Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 94 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and we've got a great show today. We're going to be running around in the Cliff for the first two houses. And in the second half of this show, we're going to do a follow-up off of last week's when we were talking about how to flip a home. Now we want to talk about what to do when you want to buy one. So stay tuned for that. We've got a lot of great tips. But before we jump into all this, how was your weekend, Jeff?
It was busy. It was busy. I had a little bit of work to do both days, which was nice. The market is there's definitely lots of people in the marketplace right now, and buyers that are taking advantage of the really low interest rates right now.
It is a very interesting time right now. I feel like it is still a race to get to that very first day on the market and make sure that you're number one still, because it is a very interesting market, is the way we're going to put it right now.
Yeah, lots of multiple offers still.
Yep.
There are still deals that are falling out. For being first.
You picked one up.
Yeah, we had some buyers that didn't get the house they wanted under contract the first time around. They got it under contract yesterday.
Yep.
So they're real happy about that.
Leasing is still, which is interesting. We had like 4 leasings, and they've all just immediately leased out. And we haven't had to negotiate any on the actual lease amount, which is really great. But interest rates have been so good for so long, and it looks like for the near future they will continue to be really, for a buyer, great.
Yeah.
And I've taken advantage of that myself. So other than that, I think it's one of those times when we've got a lot right now also in the pipelines. I feel like this is a very interesting time. And I say that because it's, we're kind of like in uncharted territory, but it's
unprecedented.
Oh, are we going to start saying that today? Awesome. Is that the word to drink by? I don't know what that is.
Really? Take a shot.
Take a shot. But it is a situation where we've gotten calls. Even today on the way over here, we had a call, and people are looking, but they're still looking so far out, which is interesting. And they're both buyers and sellers in the far out, which I don't know.
Yeah.
Glad they're there, but it's interesting that people are that predicting themselves that far out.
Yeah. We'll have some really interesting property coming on in the next few weeks. We've
Yeah.
got a really cool Oak Cliff house. We've got one in far north Dallas that's going to be coming on.
And next week is going to be the episode where we're going to do properties that we have listed that are close to sporting venues.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be really interesting.
That'll be a good one as well. You want to tune into that.
Really cool condos in that to talk about.
Lots of good walkability. So,
yep.
You ready to jump in?
I guess. Yeah.
I had Red Bull. He did not. So everyone prepare. Let's get into this. All right. What's the first one we're going to look at, Jeff?
First house we're going to look at today is at 1004 Stafford Street. And this is in a really, really cool up-and-coming part of the Cliff.
I love this area. This area is right behind the Belmont Hotel. And, catty-corner to it is that Sylvan 3160 or something like that.
Sylvan 30, yep.
And the whole area right there has shifted. You've got the Claire Vista gym at the bottom, and Chris Weigel was on the show talking about that once. The whole area, Smoke used to be there. Remember when Smoke was the first place and everybody loved to go there?
Yep.
It has such good access to Kessler, 30, downtown. You don't realize
Medical
Hampton.
district, hospital district, design district.
Right. It has changed so much, and people don't realize, even people that are from Dallas don't realize the views from this area, because this little spot just goes up so high, and the way that it's set, it looks right into downtown, and it faces east, so it gets to see downtown warm up in the west sun, which are some really amazing views in the evenings.
Yeah, and it's a really great location, I think, that some really high-profile people have chosen. There are 2 homes that are, one is completed,
Right.
that is just like right around the corner from this one. I mean, literally around the corner. That is probably, I think it's probably an 8,000 square foot home. And then there's another one that's under construction right next door to that. And, they're out there taking advantage of the views. I mean, that it's just spectacular views from there.
And the builders have picked up on this area. I actually sent this one and 5 others to one of our clients that's been looking in this area, and so we're going to go look and see. But this is an amazing area, and you'll see from these pictures right here, this is a duplex, and it is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. 2-car garage. It comes in just at 2274 square feet. And you can see right here, it is a really great look. And they've done a great job with giving you multiple areas. This is 2 balconies on the front, but also a rooftop terrace.
And this is 2 separate units. Both sides are available for sale independent of one another. This is the downstairs bedroom that looks out on the backyard. And this is a low water use grass that's there. They've used solid surface countertops all the way through, the really highly polished sink fixtures. And then when you come upstairs to the living room on this unit, it's that very, very typical in-demand floor plan that is big, wide open space. You can see right where the dining room table is supposed to go in there. And it all opens out to this balcony on the back that is just, again, a spectacular view into the trees.
Yeah, and you're going to see throughout the images here how great the window placements are. There's amazing amount of natural light in these homes. The ceilings here, you can't quite tell, but they are 10 foot, which is really great. And some of the features that you're also going to notice is that you won't see it, but it does have a tankless hot water heater, which is a really great system here. This is the kitchen, and one of the things that we like is that they've put the glass front on the top section of cabinets just to kind of give you that warm feeling. And again, here's another great window that you get to see out of.
Stainless steel appliances, the really cool tile backsplash that looks almost hand painted. And then as you go up into the 3rd floor, this is the master bedroom that looks out over the back. It does have its own private balcony there, double doors that go into the bathroom. And then you've also got the double sink vanity that is really nice, big walk-in closet, big walk-in shower, and they really chose some really interesting ceramic tile to go into that shower.
And you can see here again, I mentioned the windows. Look above that mirror and you can see that transom set. It's great. And here's a really good example of why we love new construction closets, because this one has double dresser built in. And then this will be the balcony off of the master with a view of downtown. They've done a great job of orientating that.
They really have, and those 2 houses you see right there in front are the ones I was talking about. This is the bedroom view that's on that same level off of the back side of it, which has its own ensuite bath. And it's really a great home if you've got guests, because you've got really good separation. But it all comes up to this rooftop deck.
The rooftop is amazing because it's a really large size, which would allow you to have plenty of people out there. And then you have this 180 view where you can see where Wolfgang Puck's restaurant used to be at the top of the ball. And then you can almost see all the way to Las Colinas when you're looking the other direction. In between there, you're going to get Fountain Place and the Calatrava Bridge.
So this is 1004 Stafford Street. 1002 is also available. 3 bedroom, 3 full bath, 1 half bath, 2-car garage, brand new construction, a little over 2,200 square feet, and they're priced at $631,000, which is $277 a square foot.
Great home, and we also thank you so much to Kathy and Jason for letting us feature your home.
Absolutely.
Amazing. There will be a link in the comments below if you'd like to look at more of these pictures, because we didn't bring them all on. If you'd like to actually get out and take a look at this home, let us know. We'd be happy to open it for you. It is amazing. Let's go take a look at another one.
Okay. The next one we're going to take a look at is also in Kessler Park, or also in Oak Cliff in Kessler Park. It's on the other side of 30. And this is a really great location right at the voice to Kessler Park there.
It is, and again, what we're going to talk about, Sylvan is one of the main entrances into Oak Cliff, as is Hampton, which is a little further west. But these are great shots to get in. So if you're someone that has to commute to Fort Worth or to Arlington, these are really desirable locations because you are on the west side of downtown, and so getting around is easy. The other thing too is if you have to commute further north, it's great because 35 is there. But if you have to go a little bit further, you have the ability to take out on 30 and go up 360. Both the airports are going to be relatively close to you. Of course, Love will be much closer for anyone who's not in this area. And then you also have DFW Airport, which will probably be about 30 minutes away.
Yeah, it's still very, very convenient.
Yep. So this is a, let's see, 4 bedroom, 3 full bath, 1 half bath. and it's a 2-car garage. It's 2,700 square feet, but one of the important things is this is almost 0.4 of an acre.
Yeah, a little over a third of an acre. Built in 1965, it is one of those very quintessential ranches. Sits way back on the lot. This has a tremendous front yard space, and the house really takes advantage of that.
They've done a really good job of renovating this with some great light and bright tones and some natural as well. So when we come in this double front door, to the left-hand side is going to be this dining room. And what I really like is they've mixed and matched. So if you could look at that chandelier, it's a really cool bronze, but they've probably left the original detailing on the ceiling. And then opposite side of this, on the other side, which is the right of the door, is this office. And it's a really, again, very open concept.
And then as you step into the living room, you've got the beam ceilings. This home, as you walk into the living room, really has this very Santa Fe vibe to it, which I thought was a great change, because the outside of it is very traditional ranchish, but you step in and you've got this completely different environment that the owners have done a fantastic job keeping.
And again, I always say that the buyers today want this light, bright, open concept floor plan, and they've done a really good job. As you can see here, you are not cramped in this kitchen. One of my pet peeves is for kitchens just to be jammed and you can't get in there and cook together or have a party, but this one does. It opens up. They've done a really good job of strategically putting the microwave on one location, the cooktop on the other, but yet still having a proper flow. And as you can see here, they did not skimp on this cooktop. This cooktop is amazing.
Absolutely. I think there's 5 burners on there plus the double griddle,
Yes.
which is all you would ever want.
Back to the bedrooms, you're going to see really good sized bedrooms in here as well. These are going anywhere from, some of them are 9 to 5, 11 by 11, and I think 11 by 10 as well.
And this is this is going to be the bathroom that is shared between. It's kind of a Jack and Jill bath that's shared between 2 of the bedrooms, and really the whole house is really nicely done.
They haven't. This is what I like, is when I see houses where they haven't gone too wild with the design selects, and we see what people are really looking for today in these subway tiles that are white, light, and bright. And it allows you to actually flex with every kind of design element, like you can see the wood here. In the master, I was really surprised. We don't typically see this, but the master actually has its own fireplace.
Yeah, and good sized closet space there. It has a really, really beautiful bath, and here with the marble-esque, I guess, tile in the shower stall. Double vanities there, floating, of course. And then here's the backyard.
And what I liked about the backyard is that they went ahead and upgraded and didn't do the deck just in wood. This is actually the Trek decking system. And they've done additional flat work right here on the cement. And then the fence is enormous. And it's been stained. It's pipe, studs as well. Lots of great trees.
So 1430 Kessler Parkway is a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1 half bath, 2-car garage built in 1965, almost 2,800 square feet, and is priced at $718,000. That brings it in at $261 a square foot. And we'd like to say thank you to Melissa O'Brien for letting us talk about her home today.
Great home, great home. And again, like I said on the first one, if you'd like more information about it, click in the comments below. And if you'd like to go see it, let us know, and we'd be happy to make that happen.
So if you're watching us on Facebook, please reach over to that like button and click it. If you happen to be on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, and we will be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com, where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. So welcome back to the second segment of episode 94, Sold with Updike Pugh. And this week we're going to have a little bit of a continuation on what we talked about last week, where last week we talked about how do you get ready to flip a home?
Right, as an investor.
What are things that you look for and talk about? And we know that with the number of buyers in the market right now that are trying to take advantage of the interest rates that are out there,
Right.
there's a tremendous number of flipped homes in our marketplace that buyers are going to evaluate. So we just wanted to kind of talk through, how do you evaluate purchasing a flipped home?
You're right, because this is a critical time because you're really relying on someone else's handiwork to make sure that that's going to be up to your standard. And so these are really important things. And I think one of the most important things that Jeff and I are always looking for is comps. Because what we want to do is make sure that that market can support what you're actually purchasing. Sometimes you want to stretch the market and you know that you'll be there for a longer amount of time, and so it's fine. But we still want to make sure that we're right in price.
Right.
Go ahead.
And there are, you know, the many times the homes that have had a tremendous amount of renovation done on them will be the ones that are going to bring that highest sales
Correct.
price and the highest dollar per square foot for the neighborhood.
But what we're trying to make sure when we run comps is we want to make sure that what we're not doing is that you're not paying for the flipper's mistakes. So if they had a mistake with drywall, or they didn't have their stuff on time, and these elements that were errors that they made, whether it was their fault or not, that they're trying to pass on to you. So we really want to take and zero that down and look for those likes in the neighborhood. It's best if there are. Sometimes in those flip neighborhoods, it gets a little dicey because they're getting there first a lot of times.
Many times they are. You know, it's one of the things we always tell people is the pioneers make money. And if you're the one that's willing to live in the neighborhood that is not the best neighborhood right away, but you're willing to live through that gentrification, many times you're the one that's going to come out the other side really having done well owning that property.
We have many clients, but I can think of Daniel and Omar, and they bought on Capitol, and they bought probably 11, 12 years ago. And I won't tell you what they paid for it, but it would shock you, and it would be even more surprising what it's worth today.
Yeah.
It is. But they were one of the first.
Yep. So always check comps. That is the place we start when we're talking to buyers about buying a flipped home in a neighborhood is, you know, let's figure out how that house is priced into that neighborhood.
And so what's the next thing that we want to watch? Because this is one that not everybody thinks about.
Right. So the second big thing that you want to do, your realtor should do, we always do, is check for open permits on the property.
So that doesn't make sense to a lot of people. So what does that mean, an open permit?
So so let's take the city of Dallas, for example. The city of Dallas really, I mean, if you're changing out wallpaper, the city of Dallas wants you to pull a building permit for it because it generates revenue for them. But especially if they're plumbing work, electrical work, things like that, the city of Dallas issues a permit. And then when the work is done, the city of Dallas inspector comes back, signs off on everything, and gives a green tag. And once that green tag is done, that permit is closed.
Correct.
But if the person who's done the flip didn't call for that green tag or didn't wrap all of that up, you as the new homeowner become responsible for wrapping all of that up. And, you know, we've had lots of experience where a homeowner called us after they bought it for sale by owner or, you know, and didn't take this step in it, and they're the one that's left with having to resolve that issue.
And it can be expensive. And it's a pain,
Yeah.
and it can actually prevent you from getting other work done because, say, something else that you need to have done requires a permit, and you go to pull that, and the city can say, we need to get these closed firsthand. So this is a big step. And then the next thing we want to talk about is inspections. Inspections are huge.
They are.
When it comes to this.
Yeah, we have a couple of really good inspectors that we work with that we have loved to work with for a long time. And the good thing that and there's lots of great inspectors out there, but the thing that I think we like most about when we work with Chris is that Chris is a realist. He understands what it takes to do renovation on a property because he's done it before. But he's also a realist in knowing that you're not going to be able to take a 1950s home and make it automatically 2020 code compliant. So he's very good about helping you see the quality of the work that was done and evaluating it. You know, is that really, do you know what level you're buying?
Right. And inside of those inspections, that's something that happens with all homes when they're purchased. But there's a lot of times these homes are probably older because they are a flip. And sometimes there's deferred maintenance that is not cosmetic. And so what we really encourage people to do is have that plumbing really looked at. And plumbing lines that would be really important would be your fresh water and your sewer, to have them both scoped and either a hydrostatic pressure test done if necessary.
Yes. And the hydrostatic test is really critical, mostly critical on properties where you've had foundation work done. Because many times, even as a home has settled in and foundation movement has occurred, the plumbing system may have moved with it. But then when the foundation work is done, that's more of an abrupt move. And in many instances, it can cause plumbing cracks, plumbing breaks that one doesn't necessarily see the results of.
Yeah, and it's not fun.
Yeah, it's
Not fun at all. HVAC systems are another big thing, and this is just as important if it's a brand new system or if it's a 20-year-old system, because a lot of times these brand new systems always don't get hooked up the right way, do they?
That's true. They're many times it's always good to have them evaluated by an outside person, somebody that's unbiased and kind of not attached to the transaction itself.
And then one of the other things that we like to point out, and this is really, this is very interesting because it's more of a psychological, emotional thing, but people can get super wrapped up on the way that a house looks when it's staged. And they think that the colors are all right, and they think that the furniture is perfect. And I came from new home sales, and they would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars decking these houses out because people eat with their eyes and make decisions based on emotions. And so if Jeff and I can tell you anything, it is to step away from that transaction with those emotions and let he and I make this happen. And then once it's a go, then you can get all emotional. But it's so important.
Yeah, it's you really have to detach like the stuff that's in the house from what's the house going to look like when all of that's gone.
What's the best thing that you always tell people about negotiating?
The best position to be negotiating from is walking away.
And it's true. It is such a true. And then we have one more point that we want to bring up.
Yeah, and it's always get paint numbers, tile samples, any of that information that you can about the work that was done and the products that were used on it, because when it comes time to repaint, even if it's touch up or whatever, and if you really like that paint color and you want to try to match it, that only really the way to do it is to have the paint number.
And not all whites are the same.
Yes, that's very true.
So scary.
Very, very true.
So, well, we hope that makes sense to you. We would love to help and show you through some of these firsthand. Give us a call. Let us know. Reach out to us through the information on this site, or you can call us at 214-377-2223.
Absolutely. So
very cool.
Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate spending your lunchtime on Wednesday with you.
And remember, we want to be your realtors for life.